Okay, so I got asked an anonymous question on Tumblr for advice about crossplaying. I was gonna write them up a big long description, but I figured since I'm not really doing anything else on my YouTube channel right now, I might as well make a video about it. And it'll help show what I'm trying to describe anyway. So, first of all, the first thing about crossplaying, if you're doing, if you're a female and you're doing male characters, I don't know anything about male to female characters. I don't know anything about that crossplay, but female to male characters, the first thing that you definitely want to do is you're going to want to bind. And there are several different options for binding. I can only talk about the ones that I've tried. For me, I have size C boobs, so I have to go lengths to bind. Depending on what character I'm doing and what kind of clothes they're wearing, there are different variations of how I do my binding. If you want to know about open chest binding, I can't help you there, or side binding. I've never been able to do it. I've never tried to do it. It's not suggested for people above like a B cup, so I've never even bothered to try. So I can't help you there, but generally, rule of thumb, this is what I do. It might be more intensive than people have to do, but this is what I do. Ace bandage. This, do not rely on this as your only source of binding. You have to be very careful with ace bandages. You don't want to wrap them too tight. You can crack your ribs. You can do a bunch of bad things with them if you wrap yourself too tightly. I generally only do this to get a very light base going. I don't even know how to explain it, but I don't do it tight. I make sure I can still easily breathe. You have to make sure you can still breathe. That's going to be very important for your crossplaying. But do not use this as your only method. Do not use duct tape. Don't use any type of tape. Unless you're side binding, they say something about athletic tape. I don't know. You don't want to use tape. You can take off skin and you can take off other bits. It's just not fun. Don't do it. It's just, if you're that desperate, wrap socks around your boobs or something, because it's not fun. But so, wrap an ace bandage around, blah blah blah, close it up. And then, I don't have my other little binder, but then, on top of that, I normally put on a binder. I've never actually worn this binder yet, I just got it in, but it's just a tight binder. If you want to know where to get binders, you can search for it, search FTM binders or something. I've gotten mine from Tea Kingdom before. That's where I got the one that I can't find right now. It's a little one, and it's got the bra closures up the side, which is nice. But generally I use that. If I'm wearing Robin, I go a step further and I'll wear a body shaper and I'll pull it up over my boobs instead of under it, like the body shaper's supposed to. But binding. There are plenty of ways to do it. You look up how you can look up more on it on the internet, experiment, see what is more comfortable for you. Some people can get away with just a sports bra and a binder. Some people can, I don't know. I mean, if you can't get completely flat, at least you tried. If you have bigger boobs than a C, you're probably not going to get the results that you want to get. You're not going to get completely flat chested. I don't generally get to a place where I'm happy, but, sometimes you just gotta live with it. They're not going to go anywhere. So, now we'll move on to makeup. And generally, I'm going to take off my glasses for this so you guys can see. Generally, this is kind of all you need to do for makeup. Let's start with foundation. You want to be wearing foundation. You definitely want to be wearing foundation. I don't care what people say about crossplaying and guys don't wear makeup, so you shouldn't wear makeup. That's bullshit. If you're gonna get your pictures taken, you're gonna be running around, you're gonna want to wear makeup. Especially if you're doing anime characters, they generally have perfect skin, so you don't want to look like a sweaty, greasy, blotchy mess. So you're gonna want to wear foundation. I have to go through extreme measures for makeup as well. As you can see, I have these red cheeks. That's just how I am naturally. That's me trying to hide it. I was really lazy with my makeup because it's really hot, and I'm gonna have to take it off in a few minutes anyway to go to bed, so. But you're gonna definitely want to wear a base foundation and a powder, especially if you're gonna get photos taken, because you don't want to look sweaty and shiny. I'm not going to go into, like, real person crossplay makeup, because then you're probably going to want to do a lot more things like contouring and other stuff that's more character specific. So if you want to know more about that kind of stuff, like contouring or aging or anything like that, please Google it or YouTube it. There are plenty of tutorials over here on YouTube. I generally do younger guys, younger boys, because I'm short, so I just stick with them, and it kind of works for my face. But you're gonna want to do a base. You're gonna want to wear eyeliner because anime characters or comic book characters, their eyes stand out. I actually went a little heavier than I normally do for my eyeliner. You're gonna want to do your top lid. You're gonna want to do it as thin as you can, because you don't want your eyes to get lost. You don't want to look like you have tiny little eyes. For different characters, I'll do different for the lower lids. Like, if I'm doing a character like Ciel from Kuroshitsuji, who has really round eyes, I'll, bring it down a little bit, or, I don't know. Ciel is pretty much, that's generally what I do, because round eyes. If you're doing I don't know, more serious character who generally has, like, the long eye shape, I would do your whole lower lid, because it will help accentuate your eyes, it'll make them look more linear. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. You're gonna have to figure that kind of stuff out on your own for each characters. If you're gonna want to darken your brows, something like that, that's all gonna be character specific. So I can't really go into much detail, but lip erase. You're gonna want to do it for any character. Oh, can you see? There we go. Pale lip erase. This is MAC lip erase. It's kind of hard to find on the internet, but I've had this for years, and I've only used like a tiny little bit of it. I've had it for about 3 years now, and you just kind of put it on like normal chapstick. And I mean, you can use foundation if you're in a pinch. I used to use foundation, but this stuff just stays on better. I don't know what it is about it. It just makes you look more masculine if you don't have bright red lips, even though guys definitely have pink lips. I was really messy about that, but you're going to want to wear lip erase. Then again, if you can't find lip erase or any kind of just like base lipstick, that'd be fine. You can use your foundation. Just make sure that your lips are hydrated and you're putting on chapstick beforehand, because otherwise it's just going to get all nasty looking. Then we'll move on to my glasses back on so I can see. And a quick few tips about posing. Obviously I didn't bind because it hurts kind of. So for posing for guys, the first thing you have to remember is how guys stand. They stand distinctly different from females. If you're posing as a girl, a lot of times you'll, I don't know, lean forward or thrust up your hips or thrust out your chest or something like that. Or you'll stand with your hip cocked. Guys don't stand like that. Generally, the rule of thumb for guys is you want to part your legs and you want to stand with your hips out. I'm going to turn this side and show you. You're going to want to like thrust out your hips. And if you have belt buckle, if you have like belt loops right here, generally that's how guys stand. They just, you don't want to throw back your shoulders? I don't even know. Yeah, you kind of want to hunch your shoulders forward more to make you look a little bit more broad. Generally, I don't even realize I'm doing it, but I distinctly pose differently for females and males. It's something that I learned my like day one of cosplaying when I got a photo shoot with Elemental. She was like, "No, stop standing like that. You need to thrust out your hips. You're a dude." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right." So there's that. When you're sitting as a guy, you're gonna want your legs parted because they always, or you put your leg up. This is decidedly male, something about it. I kind of always have stood more masculinely than femininely, so that's why I cosplay a lot more dudes than I do guys. But I don't know. You're gonna wanna probably, it depends on your face shape, but when you pose, you're probably gonna wanna throw your head back a bit. It makes your jaw look more masculine and it makes your eyes look smaller. So as chicks, I'll a lot of times put my head down more because I have a big jaw. And for guys, I'll pose more like this. Jaw forward, jutted. Got a little toot going on, you know what I mean? But I mean, that's pretty much all the pointers I have to give about crossplaying. I should probably outline this more before I decided to make a video, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. That's pretty much it, I guess. Like I said, this is just a really quick pointers, generic cross-plane thing. If you want to know more about contouring or, I don't even know, just general makeup play in general, you're going to want to look up tutorials for that. Like, there are things to make, that people can help you, show you how to blah 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 words. Make your eyebrows thicker, accentuate things like your jawline and your nostrils and stuff to make you look decidedly more masculine. But because I generally cosplay younger characters, I don't do it because they don't really look masculine themselves. They're in that like middle stage. So if you're doing older guys or people who are just generically very masculine, you're gonna want to look that stuff up because it will make a world of difference. It really will. Don't think of it as cheating because everybody does it. Well, I mean, not everybody does it, but people do it. It's makeup. Chicks wear it all the time. Guy cosplayers, if they're really popular, they probably wear it too. Makeup just makes you look better. And it's awesome how you can just transform yourself within a few minutes. You're just like, and people are like, what? Who the hell is that? I have a photographer who I've seen at like 8 different conventions, and he takes my picture every single convention, and every time I come up to him in a new costume, he has no idea who the hell I am. No idea, because I just do my makeup differently for each character, kind of. I mean, you know what I mean. Kind of. You don't know what I mean. But, I mean, you can just really transform yourself with a little bit of makeup by doing a little bit extra. But like I said, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask. This video has gotten really long, so I'm going to end it. If you guys want any more cosplay tutorials from me, or, I don't know, Q&A sessions, blah blah blah, just ask. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing with this YouTube channel right now, so anything that you guys can give me to film is good. Hope to see you guys soon. Yeah. So, bye-bye, guys. Shazam.